Hello friends, in continuation with the experiment of current series feedback amplifier where we have built this circuit for simulation purpose. So for current series feedback amplifier, so in the earlier video of this we have written the formulas and obtained some values with and without feedback. So we have done completely for with feedback, transconductance parameter, input resistance, output resistance, and we'll go for the bandwidth in this video. So with feedback we noted all these parameters. So along with these parameters, applying the formulas, we obtained the output resistance with feedback equal to 2.13 kilo ohm. Input resistance, yes, this should be with feedback. Input resistance, or we can call this as a RIF. Input resistance with feedback, its value we obtained equal to 136.186 kilo ohm from these readings. So you can simulate the readings. So with feedback means just we have to remove the bypass capacitor which is connected in the circuit. In addition to that, when you are measuring the values of V0 double dash and I0 in the circuit diagram, we need to connect this load resistance RL. So to take the readings of V0 double dash and I0 values, you have to connect this RL at this point, and then you will obtain these two readings, V0 double dash. Other readings, input current and output voltage, simply V0. These are taken without connecting the load resistance RL. So coming back to the description box. So in this way we obtained these readings for the same circuit. Now when we perform without feedback, we need to reconnect the bypass capacitor CB. Again do the same things. Input voltage is constant. See this input voltage V in, which is 35 millivolts, which is applied here. This voltage 35 millivolts. If you connect here the voltmeter, I just avoided to reconnect one AC voltmeter so that it will measure the input voltage, but this voltage approximately same will be the voltage I equal to 35 millivolts. You can check this by connecting one AC voltmeter between gate to source voltage, which is actual input here. So I am taking directly the input voltage as a 35 millivolts in the description box. So these readings with bypass capacitor, it means without feedback again. So input voltage, output voltage, V0 double dash with RL connected. At the same time with RL connected, this was the output current I0. And for all this load resistance, we are keeping with of the value 1 kilo ohms. Input current was obtained of 3.67 microamperes. Now from the obtained values, we kept the obtained values in the formula. So input resistance, this is without feedback, comes to be equal to 9.36 kilo ohm. So feedback fraction, so actually here the feedback fraction with feedback, actually it will not be there with capacitor. So without feedback there is no concern of how much is the feedback fraction. So this is open loop gain, which is A. Here is not AV. If it is A with suffix V, it indicates it's a voltage gain. Simply gain. What kind of gain? It's a transconductance gain given by the formula I0 by V in. So the value, it comes out to be 10.02 into 10 raised to minus 3 Siemens, or the millivolts per milliamperes per volt, we can say. So output resistance, keeping all these values into the formula, we get it as a, this is without feedback, simply RO. So RO, and this is 2.1 kilo ohm. Now, so we obtain this value of RO, this is a RIN, and this is a gain. So these are without feedback. Now when we want to compare these three parameters with and without feedback, then just I have checked here. So which is a parameter that we call it as a D factor. So which is given by 1 plus A beta. So 1 plus A beta. So just I cannot write here the symbol of beta. So I have written this as a beta, which is a feedback fraction. See, what is the feedback fraction? Feedback fraction beta. When we go with feedback, so this feedback fraction beta is equal to, I have written here somewhere. Okay, I will add here beta. Beta, that is nothing but feedback fraction as it is given through the resistance RS. So we can write its value directly to be equal to 1K. So beta is a feedback fraction. So beta I have taken this as a 1. So 1 plus A beta. So what is the value of A? A is 10. 10 into beta is 1K. 1 plus 10 into 10 raised to minus 3. multiplied by beta is 1k, which is at 10 raised to 3. So 1. So actually its value is 1 plus 10 into 10 raised to minus 3 multiplied by 10 raised to 3 because of the 1k. So I have not written very much details. So this is nothing but 10 raised to into 10 raised to 10 into 10 to the power of, to avoid the confusion I will write. So this is related to a parameter. And what about the beta parameter? So beta parameter is 10 raised to 3. So this is again multiplied by 10 to the power of plus 3. So minus 3 plus 3 will get cut, and that's why I have just written 1 plus 10. So this becomes out to be equal to 11. So it's a beta fraction. So it is expected ideally that with feedback, gain should get reduced by a factor of 11. So by a factor of 11 means A upon 11 should be equal to AF approximately. So that's what I have done. So open loop gain is equal to 10 divided by, it should be 11. So the closed loop gain which gets reduced after feedback, its value ideally it should be 0.909. So how much we are getting here the gain? So we are getting here the gain equal to 0.657. So I have done the calculations. Its value ideally it should be 0.909. But how much we are getting here? It's a 0.657. 10 raised to minus 3 is there. I have just written here the scaling factor. So it's a 10 raised to minus 3. While with feedback, how much the input resistance should change? Input resistance should be Ri into 1 plus A beta. Ideally, it means Ri value into 11 it should be. So that's what I have done here. Input resistance 11 into 9.36. 9.36 is the input resistance without feedback. So multiplied by that, so ideally its value should be 102k. So how much we are getting here? RIF, it's a 136. So it is more than that. That is also acceptable. Now only concern is ROF. So in these calculations, what I obtained is output resistance approximately it remains constant with feedback. So this is not matching with the ideal conditions, but it is an increase in the value of output resistance after feedback. So in current series feedback amplifier, input resistance and output resistance both should ideally increase by a factor of 1 plus A beta along with the gain also. So gain and input resistance are matching, but output resistance is not matching with ideal conditions. It is okay. So now let us see what happens with the bandwidth parameter. So we'll come back to the series circuit simulation. So this is already designed circuit. Now this is we'll obtain here the bandwidth without feedback. This is what capacitor connected. So I will go to the simulate option, analysis, AC analysis. See here also the output parameter I have added is in terms of the transconductance parameter. I have added the expression, that is output current. So how to add the expression? In earlier videos I have explained how to add the expression. So just type here the add expression, then select the required variable, copy the particular variable, then copy the function, and then copy one by one variables which is required with the operation. So it's a ratio of transconductance parameters IRD upon Vin. Now if I simulate this, I will get this graph where we can obtain the bandwidth. So to obtain the bandwidth, I will take the help of the cursor again here. So this is the second cursor, this is the first cursor. So we can set it to the desired value to obtain the, see here the 180 degree phase shift not obtained because this phase shift graph, this magnitude plot, phase plot is not between input and output voltage, rather it is between output current and input voltage. So the 180 degree phase shift will not be obtained. Here our objective is to find the bandwidth. So how much maximum gain we are getting here is 14.73. That is what the, I think, maximum gain 14.74. So if I do the calculations, 70.7% of 14. So if we take 70.7% of maximum value 14.7, it comes out to be 10.37. So let us move this to the 10.37 value. So set its value (10.37). Set y value 10.37. Oh, it's not moving. I will do it manually. So I need to check the value of y2, 10.37 approximately. So 10.37, I will make this 10.34. Similarly, adjust this cursor also to the 10.37. So it's a 10.34 again. So I need to check this value, basically y1. I am adjusting y1 and y2. So both to at the 10.34. So check the value of y1, 10.34. It's okay, 10.4. So this is the bandwidth. So what is the value of bandwidth? Difference between higher cutoff frequency and lower cutoff frequency. So what are the values? Dx comes out to be equal to 1 megahertz. So we are obtaining this value equal to 1.6 megahertz, and this is without feedback. This is the Dx value. Make a note. So lower cutoff frequency is 25 hertz. Higher cutoff frequency is 1.60 megahertz, and Dx comes out to be 1.60 megahertz. I will make a note of this in the bandwidth. So without feedback, its value is 1.06 megahertz. Now let us check what. Okay, remove this feedback. So just I disconnected the capacitor. Again simulate the circuit. I will go to the simulate analysis, AC analysis. Then output parameter is mentioned. Now if I simulate, let us check what is the difference in the bandwidth. So what is the expected bandwidth? So what is the maximum value? To check the maximum value, if I take any one parameter, so I'm getting this maximum value to be 936.21. Let it be micro. I'm just interested in the magnitude. So 9.36.29, 936. So I will just make these calculations. 70.7% of maximum value, 936.29. Its values comes out to be 661.95. So I will adjust this 661 manually. So 661 y2. I am checking this value now. Y2 661. So 660. So if I make it approximately exactly adjustment 661. Okay, let it be 665. And anyways, for lower values it is starting. This is simulation actually on the hardware exact. Actually on the hardware we may get different values. This is simulation results. So Dx comes out to be 3.49 megahertz. Dx value is indicating as a 3.49 megahertz. Approximately it's a 3.5 megahertz is the bandwidth. So now I will close this. So bandwidth. So in the description box we'll write bandwidth. This is bandwidth with feedback. Its value comes out to be 3.5 megahertz. And here it was the 1.06 megahertz. So now we can compare the parameters. Here the scaling parameter is not up to 11, but its value coming out to be multiplied by 3.5 megahertz. But yes, of course, with feedback, the bandwidth has been increased to 3.5 megahertz.